attacks and anxiety. My diet wasn't really even that bad, but I definitely was not getting enough nutrition like I'm able to now since I was introduced to this simple solution that made it so simple for me to flood my body with real whole food nutrition. And we'll pause here for just a second. And everyone hold up your fists right now. And I'd like to illustrate an important issue. This is a serving. Did you know that we're supposed to eat 9 to 13 fist-sized servings of fruit and vegetables every day? And athletes even more, 16 to 18 servings. I thought my family ate healthy because we ate pretty much organic and whole foods. We weren't getting enough healing nutrition, even though we were close to that amount every day. Unfortunately, the average American only gets about 2.5 servings. And by the way, they count French fries and ketchup into those numbers. So what do? Or what if you were eating that many servings too, and yet you're still struggling with a health issue? Well, I want to share the simple solution with you that was shared with me. The product is called Juice Plus, and it's concentrated nutrients of 45 plants. Can you imagine being able to get this into your diet every single day? And as a mom of a picky eater, sneaking in a variety of fruits and veggies really spoke to me. It wasn't synthetic or isolated nutrients, it was real food. And I'm going to go ahead and share a short video about how it's made and how they lock in the nutrition.
The fact that we actually grow a lot of these products very close to the factory, we can preserve the freshness. They can be harvested and processed within just a couple hours of when they come out of the field, as opposed to maybe some of the produce you might buy in the store where it has to go through trucking and shipping and a lot of different steps to be available to you. These processes that we do are done just within a few hours of when the product's harvested.
From the farm through our plant, the fresh product actually only takes about 6 hours. When the product arrives at our farm processing plant, the product is tumbled, washed, and cleaned. The clean product is then laid out over the processing belt and slowly moved through sub-zero air. When we're doing that, we're able to freeze the product and preserve all the freshness of the product just as if it was from the field.
The sooner you can lower the temperature and control the temperature, the more you can lock in the nutrients.
When Juice Plus is looking for nutritional quality, color is very important.
Most people associate a dark red cranberry as a sign of the ripeness of that fruit.
Freshness is very important. There's a very short amount of time from when they're harvested to when they're frozen, locking in the freshness and nutrients.
While we're producing the Juice Plus powders, they have very high standards for the purity of their powders, what can go into their powders. They also have tight controls over their supply lines. They know which farms it comes from, and they have a good control over that. Also, when the products are produced, they have certain steps throughout the process for safety and purity. My favorite part of working with Juice Plus is knowing that people are benefiting from what we're doing. We put a lot of work into how we grow our ingredients and how we process them so that they're safe and high quality and nutritious. It's neat to see the results of that by seeing the customers that use them and seeing their lives improved from some of the healthy ingredients and produce that we process.
And another important thing to look at in terms of prevention is to protect our brains. We certainly have to think about how our brain will age in a challenging world, but also how our children's development will be affected. Many of us turn to omegas for brain food, along with over 200 other proven amazing health benefits. This slide shows just a few of the many proven benefits, but unfortunately, many omegas use fish oils that are contaminated and, not to mention, waste so much marine life in the process of creating them. So when Juice Plus, after an exhaustive 10-year process, came out with a one-of-a-kind omega, I was thrilled. And what makes this omega so unique? The omega capsules is actually cold fused and even has a tiny nitrogen bubble that protects the oils from becoming rancid. It's truly one of a kind omega. Juice Plus can be such an amazing solution to get concentrated nutrition into our bodies in an easy way. I have even used this omega topically to help heal my daughter's eczema. Since adding in this nutrition, I'm sleeping well, I wake up with energy, I haven't even needed coffee in over 2 years. My recent Juice Plus pregnancy was completely different than my first. I gained a healthy amount of weight, I didn't have any swelling, I craved fruit, and my postpartum recovery was unbelievable. My daughter also now willingly eats broccoli, carrots, and cucumbers. And my husband even went from eating Zantac like candy to not even touching it in years. And I also like to share with you a little about how I learned to make growing your own organic produce simple. This is possible with an aeroponic growing system called the Tower Garden. Here's a quick clip.
Tower Garden's state-of-the-art aeroponic vertical garden system uses both water and air to produce more colorful, better-tasting, and incredibly nutritious fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Tower Garden has a 20-gallon reservoir at its base that stores the Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Developed by experts in plant and human nutrition, Tower Tonic Mineral Blend enables superior plant growth and better nutrition from your Tower Garden produce. The process begins once the seedlings have been placed in your Tower Garden. Here they will be nourished with Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Inside the reservoir is a small, low-wattage submersible pump. The pump pushes the nutrient solution up through the tower to the top. From there, the nutrient solution drips through the central tower using a special device that evenly cascades the solution over the exposed plant roots. On the journey down the tower, the nutrient solution feeds the roots and becomes highly oxygenated as it cascades gently down the reservoir. This process is continuous, providing fresh oxygen, water, and nutrients to the roots of the plants. This patented aeroponic process enables food crops to grow faster than they would in soil, so they can be harvested more often. And it makes Tower Garden the healthier, easier, smarter way to grow your produce.
All right, so if you have a green thumb or a black thumb, it really doesn't matter. You can grow anywhere. I love being able to grow my own food without extra steps of watering or weeding. I can have fresh produce year-round by growing outside or inside, and my daughter eats right off of our garden and loves being a part of the growing process. I'm now going to turn it over to my friend April, who is a Dr. Sears certified lifestyle, exercise, attitude, and nutrition coach. She is going to share her journey and dive a little deeper with y'all.
Thanks, Meg. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much again for taking the time to be here. I'm super passionate about this because I too had a change in my life. And actually that was about 15 years ago now. At the time, my firstborn was 1 and he was struggling. He was a colicky baby. He had eczema, he had food allergies and was a picky eater. And I was exhausted. But when he stopped making eye contact and meeting some developmental milestones, I actually totally panicked and I became one of those crazy moms. I Googled, I found a specialist that had not only her MD, her naturopathic degree, and her doctorate in physical chemistry. I really wanted someone that could help us from every single angle. So I found this doctor and I flew him to Baton Rouge to go to her clinic. She did tons of comprehensive tests and ultimately ended up recommending Juice Plus to us. She shared it with me because it's clinically proven to reduce oxidative stress, which his load was high. It's also clinically proven to balance the immune system. Obviously, his was really struggling and so much more. So I was excited because not only I could be getting this wide variety of nutrition into our bodies every day, but I was even more excited that it was backed by gold standard research. So over 40 studies at this point, third-party tested for purity. And I loved that these studies were, done on humans, not on rats. They were really, truly showing the efficiency and effectiveness of Juice Plus. The research gave me peace of mind because it actually, showed that it would be not only absorbable, which most vitamins lack, but I also want to really illustrate this point. So this next slide shows what's in an apple. It's actually 400 of the known ingredients. I know, Michelle, you are like juggling. I love it. Driving down the road and doing this. So on the right-hand side, you'll see it's 400 of the known ingredients in an apple, but they estimate that an apple has 10,000 ingredients. Most fruits and vegetables have about 10,000 different ingredients that all work in synergy together. On the left, you see kind of what's in a multivitamin. We've only discovered 13 vitamins and then, maybe handfuls of minerals and some herbs. The most designer whole food multivitamin out there, right, has maybe 50 ingredients. That's a huge far cry from 10,000 ingredients that's in the apple there. So, unfortunately, 70% of Americans are trying to fill the gap with a multivitamin. And so I love this illustration because it shows the difference between whole food and what vitamins are. So I was excited. Within their first few months of taking Juice Plus, my son actually started craving healthier foods. He actually ate a whole tomato and asked for more. I practically had to pick myself up off the floor because in months prior, that texture would have weirded him out. For myself, I noticed that I had more energy, my cystic acne began to clear up, and my migraines started happening less and less. Today, my son is such a good eater. He's bright, extremely healthy 16-year-old. I'm so grateful that this was his nutritional foundation for his whole life. I can't even imagine what it would have looked like if we hadn't have discovered this. And I could go on and on about this amazing nutrition. It's helped me in so many ways. It's actually helped me feel better today in my mid-40s than I ever did even in my 20s. It's helped me have 2 much healthier pregnancies with my girls, no preeclampsia like I had with my son. Not to mention the amazing injury recoveries that this good nutrition has helped with for my husband who does dangerous rescue work. All those experiences have been so awesome, but I also know that we don't always feel prevention and that there maybe are things going on behind the scenes that we've been protected from. So that's why I love that the research shows there are so many amazing things happening in our bodies that we don't even feel, and from consuming this wide variety of plants every day. So speaking of things that we don't necessarily feel, this next clip is going to be showing research on how Juice Plus can positively affect our genetic switches. So perhaps you're a family, that has a health history that's less than ideal. I'm so excited that our genes don't have to be our destiny. They are hugely affected by what we put in our mouth. So let's take a look at this awesome video.
We all know that our genes can play an important role in developing heart disease or cancer. But what many people think, that they are just victims of their genes, is simply not true. Our lifestyle impacts more than 50% of our health, and diet plays a major role. Genes can be turned up or down by what we choose to eat. The influence of nutrition on our genes is a new field of research called nutrigenomics. Australian researchers analyzed changes in gene expression. They wanted to know whether supplementation with Juice Plus affects certain groups of genes involved in inflammation and DNA repair. And now get this. They found that over 1,600 genes were changed after just 8 weeks of taking Juice Plus. The message here is simple. Good nutrition from a wide variety
You got to know we're up to good stuff when the internet keeps getting paused.
Variety of fruits and vegetables is proven, once again, to be an important component of good health.
I love that. Affects positively 1,600 genes. So incredible. So maybe you're in need of a whole lifestyle reset. We have an incredible jumpstart program called the Shred 10. It helps you naturally and gently shed toxins, but it also provides amazing resources, completely free, like an accountability group, meal plans, grocery lists, plant-based cookbooks, a free home workout series, and even a guidebook. The Shred 10 is about shedding bad habits like refined sugars and processed foods and adding in more whole food nutrition. It's like hitting the reset button on cravings and not so healthy habits that can creep in for all of us. I love this fact that, you know, fat cells surround our toxins. So what we find with people that need to lose excess weight doing the Shred 10, they lose excess weight. We find people that need to gain weight, if they shed toxins and they're having a hard time keeping on weight, they're able to add weight. So it's not a weight loss program, it's a whole healthy reset. Okay, and then now I want to turn it over to our sweet friend Michelle, who truly has a one-of-a-kind lifestyle that you're going to hear about.
Hey y'all. My name is Michelle Day, and I am a naturally minded health nut raising 4 babies while traveling full time around the country in an RV. I'm so excited to share my journey in health and in life. Over 4 years ago, I went to see Dr. Sears speak at a Whole Foods seminar, and he shared Juice Plus products and that they were the only products that he recommended in his practice and all his family took. I was immediately blown away whenever he shared the third-party tests and the research that went into these products. I'm a little bit of a geek there. But even though my kiddos ate the recommended 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables, our genes just were not healthy. If you look at our genetic line, cancer, diabetes, heart disease, you name it, my genes have it. We decided to go all in, assuming that we wouldn't see any changes because we were already healthy, but knowing that it was doing work behind the scenes. Within a week, this added nutrition helped heal my daughter's chronic constipation. Within a few months, my husband, who never willingly ate a fruit or vegetable, he was my pickiest kid, he started picking them up and even asking for seconds. Now, a few years later, he's fully into a year of his whole food, plant-based lifestyle. But what I never in a million years saw coming was the changes that I had personally experienced. You see, I struggled with anxiety, depression, and panic attacks since as long as I can remember. And I couldn't go into the grocery store or even take my kids to the park. I was experiencing 5 to 7 panic attacks a week, which was a huge decrease from when I was unhealthy and experiencing multiple a day. But within 4 to 6 months, I started feeling all around better after taking these Juice Plus products. My panic attacks were decreasing and I was able to do normal life things. I'm now 3 years free of panic attacks and living my best life, which I'll share a little bit more about in a moment. But first, I want to talk about the options that we shared up until this point. The first option is you can just become a customer. It's so simple and it only takes a few minutes. The second option is to consider sponsoring a child, any child, and they'll receive their free fruits and veggies for free for up to 4 years with your adult order. But maybe you're so excited and you already have a few people in mind that could benefit from this information. Option number 3 is what made most sense for my family. And if it sounds like it's the best option for you as well, it's only $52 a year to own a franchise of the company. Be thinking about which one makes most sense to you and what you're comfortable with moving forward with. My family, we eat it all. We eat the fruits, the veggies, the berries, the omegas. We drink shakes every day, and we're growing our own produce in the Tower Garden inside of our RV. Everything that you have seen here today costs about the same or less than a cup of coffee daily. So I want to ask you, what's the value of your health and what makes the most sense for you and your family moving forward? If you have a few short minutes to stay on, I'd love to share a little bit more about our mission-minded business and what it could do to provide more options in your life. Our community is full of passionate, supportive people that encourage, mentor, and help grow with one another. As a mom, this was for me in a time when I felt most isolated. It gave me an instant, like-minded group that I belonged to. I began naturally sharing this information, not because I was partnering with the company, but because everywhere I looked, I saw people who needed to know about these solutions, and I just couldn't keep them to myself. Once I learned that I could earn money back on my own family's order and offset our costs, I figured, why not? With no minimums or any requirements, I knew that I had the flexibility that I needed as a busy mama. And for only $52 a year, it made sense because I knew our family was going to take Juice Plus for the rest of our lives. I had no idea that sharing these solutions with the people I cared most about would slowly but surely give my family more options financially. Today, we get to say yes to so much more. When my husband left corporate America 3 years ago, we had options. We decided to stay home with our kids and take the time to travel the country and explore. This opportunity has helped us say yes to things that we had never even dreamed of. I'm so excited that we also get the opportunity to have a Fortune 500 corporate benefits package, such as medical, dental, vision, chiropractic care, an expense allowance, holiday bonuses, and even tuition reimbursement. That can help pay for college for members of our household. This company has a huge heart for creating solid Plan B options for kiddos for people, not just kiddos, for people through the franchise that we own. And it's even willable to our kiddos, so we can pass that legacy down. We've been traveling the country for 3 years now, a little bit of a pause with everything going on in the world, but we still have got to visit 48 states. We've made so many lasting memories along the way. We have the freedom and flexibility to say yes so much more. So I just want to ask, what could the extra income do for your family? I'm going to play one last video to invite you to visualize what if. What if you had more time, flexibility, and financial options? April, I can't hear it.
The primary reason for that is that our business model is very simple and it has been very simple for almost 50 years now.
Juice Plus does everything for you. They bill, ship, collect directly to end consumer.
Sorry, guys.
The product and your experience and help others do the same.
I still
does
hear
not get more simple than that. This is a.
There you go. Now it's good. Now reshare it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
pretty good. One more technical issue today.
Yeah.
Hashtag real, people. Right. All right. Hold on 2 seconds. I had to close it so I could reload it. All right. Let's try that again. All right.
I think our business model really addresses what people are looking for in kind of the gig economy. The primary reason for that is that our business model is very simple and it has been very simple for almost 50 years now.
Juice Plus does everything for you. They bill, ship, collect directly to end consumer. All you have to do is share the product and your experience and help others do the same. It does not get more simple than that.
This is a great way to just use the moments, the busyness of your life, and weave this business into everything that you're currently doing.
And I get to do it when I want, with who I want. I do have that choice, which is amazing.
Other jobs, there are things out there, for instance, ride sharing, driving, deliveries.
You're stuck in an office or you're behind a cash register, you're working for someone else.
I think it's hard to put a price on being your own boss.
And it's something that goes way beyond just taking our products. It's come with us, get inspired, get educated, get motivated.
It took me from feeling like a stuck stay-at-home mom that was just trying to get through each day to why not help other people experience this, or at least let them know about it, while also working this business with my own personality and the way that I want to.
It really is about changing lives, inspiring healthy living, and making a difference.
What makes the Juice Plus company unique is this incredible partnership that we have between the people that are out there sharing Juice Plus and how we at corporate do the best we can to support it.
Step by step, from the first level to the next level, someone is there for you.
The company has done an incredible job placing all the infrastructure in place to help you be successful.
There's never been a better time to start the Juice Plus business. If you're asking why, I would say why not?
It takes 3 things: sharing your story, sharing the product, and sharing the business opportunity. And oh, by the way, let's have some fun.
There's no overhead. The company does the shipping and the billing for us. All we get to do is talk to people and care for people and educate people on the power of nutrition.
And the most researched nutrition product in the world with the best people in the world. And I don't know who wouldn't want to be a part of this.
Come and join us. Come and join and see what happens when you get a group of people that are locked in on understanding what nutrition can do to the body. experience the joy and the wellness of it, it's very exciting. I'm telling you, it's exciting.
I just love that video, especially whenever they said, and have some fun. I have never had as much fun as I've had in this community, being able to build and grow a community that is just like no other. I just want to thank you guys so much for your time and the adjustments to your schedules and all the efforts it took to even be here. We wanted to share the nutrition and the business opportunity because both have made such an impact in our lives. Tonight, I'm going to leave you with a few questions. Who in your life should know about this? Maybe friends or loved ones are searching for solutions. Maybe it's not health and wellness, but maybe it's finances. Maybe it's a purpose or community to belong to. So many people join us for so many different reasons. And I just want to take this time to ask you to consider what options make the most sense for you and your family.
Thank you all. Have an amazing day.